number one factor is God. The first thing to look out for is someone who is a child of God, and you can both run to God. You can both go on your knees to pray. And also another factor I'll say helped us is we based the principle that guide our home on the Word of God. There are standard principles for marriage in the Bible. That's what I can say. Yes, that has helped us. And also, aside all the spiritual guidance, physically too, we try to understand ourselves. Understanding is key.
Which helps me as well to understand that we are coming from a different background, and it's important we understand each other. Then we try to blend ourselves together. We are driven by the same purpose, so we are able to manage situations around and whatsoever comes our way. So that has helped us so far.
Let's go by. Tall. It's well, aside the physical attraction, yes, I'm physically attracted to him. We stop that. Let me bring it to his level of the level at which he bears all things. I'm actually looking for the right word, but his level of tolerance. That's the word. His level of tolerance is I'll say high, like the way he tolerates my shortcomings. Is there any word like that?
Actually, we are tolerating ourselves.
What I love the most, let me say, is the way at which he loves me. I won't say that. He really loves me.
My head is going gaga.
He really loves me. And the way at which he supports my career, like the way he likes me to keep pushing to do good things. Like, I love that baby.
Aside from physical attraction, she's beautiful, definitely. I love her voice too. Ah, la 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 la. You know, like I said in one of the episodes. She's tolerating. She's calm. She's just endowed. And I can just find the kind of words to just package all those things. So she's a blessing to me. Something happened, while we're preparing for our wedding. Sometimes you get to a level you are stressed, going from this, looking for this and all of that. And sometimes, women now, they want to see everything and you are just tired. So on this very day, I was kind of angry. Something happened and I was angry and I shouted at her, and I felt embarrassed myself that I did that. But instead of her to react, she didn't. She was just calm, and she kept quiet over the situation. And at evening, when we got home, she looked at me and was like, honey, the way you shouted at me the other time, I don't like it. I love it when, you come and we discuss and you tell me what I've done and then we correct it. I think immediately she said that, it's just like something, a boat got tied well in my brain, like, come to think of it. What led to that? And I learned that lesson that day, and it was a lesson that has helped me so far, even tolerant, and try to understand people from their own perspective, before trying to make judgments, not just allowing my emotions to, reacting because of the situation, but understanding why, you need to understand women too now. So understanding that, so that helped me, and I think that was a kind of major lesson that I can't forget. I can't forget.
That one word is too small. Relationship.
In one word.
Relationship, so. I have a word.
And what's that?
Friendship.
I go with that too.
Yes, friendship.
We are friends.
You need to be friends with each other first, as best of friends. That's why I tell people, when you're saying, okay, my best friend is, when you're married, also my best friend is my husband, and I'm his best friend too. So friendship, yes, is the one word that defines our relationship. Let me talk first. I have a story to tell. Well, for ladies, it wasn't as if I was battle ready for my marriage. That was even far from it. But this mentality, or let me say this women thing of he's the lion, I'm the elephant, and when he says this, and I have to give it to him so he doesn't repeat, you know. So I remember the challenges was like at the start of our marriage, because like seriously, many points we've been sharing with you are things that we've experienced.
Sure.
So at the start of our marriage, more like, we argued a lot on things at the start of our marriage. Like he is saying, the funniest thing is like, we're going to agree, but everybody wants to say their own opinion first. Like he wants to say he's like, yes, and it is mine you have to take, and I'm saying no, you have to take mine, and then what we ought to have settled, like discuss over like maybe in a few minutes, can then stay like hours. And but one thing also was the guiding principle that we don't allow anything stay till the other day. Even if we have to wake ourselves up in the night, we have to discuss it. So at the start of our marriage was like that, and then I told myself, I said, babe, I know me. When peace is one of the major factor of a successful marriage, having peace in your home, and then with your own hand, your word. I when it's sorry, I'm sorry I have to say this in my language, better way to say it. Like yeah. I said, Holy Spirit, all into your hands, please help me. And since then, I stopped arguing, and then that was how it's
go through fire before it becomes what it becomes. At the start of your marriage, you are likely to have some issue. You want to be the man, and then the woman too wants to like, and that is because you don't just understand some things that you have to work together. So even though we know we have to work together, but that ego is still there. And some women, they might start doing this and all of that. So you try to, now shakara one another, like,
pick it up.
which was totally wrong. It was totally, we went through that at the start of a marriage, but because we have a guiding principle, that didn't affect much, in the sense that, just like you said, you don't go to bed without settling anything. At the same time, we call ourselves together like, you guys are matured. Apply maturity to these things.
Yes.
So I think that was a major challenge at the start of a marriage, and that was
Whew, what has marriage taught you? Humility, submission. I'm talking from a perspective of a woman anyway. Humility, submission, adaptability, and love. Ability to adapt to any situation, ability to love your husband, to love your children, love your people, everyone that surrounds you, like the friends, the family, the siblings, your parents, your elders. Ability to be humble. Yes, to be humble. You are a woman. Maintain that position. We already talked about positioning. Also, you have to be peaceful. You should be a go-to person. And marriage, like I said, also has taught me submission. To submit to your husband. So the basic thing is the head. Don't struggle that position with him. To be submissive. Anybody who knows me know that I be confirmed tomboy. Like I do my things like a guy, like what's up. So it's for me to say submission. Actually, you know that it took me a lot of strength to get to that.
At the start of it all, I understand what I was getting into, because you're getting married to a semi-tomboy, someone who lived among guys. I could remember one of the days I went to their house.
What you do toilet, my brother?
Toilet, Baba. I remember when I went to visit her in the house, one of those days when we are still doing our, and I was like, guys, I think there are some things we'll have to iron out together. For me, marriage has taught me a lot of things. Number one is courage. The courage to push, the courage to
be the one in some situations.
Even when you are in a kind of situation, you're still able to no, you can't let go. You just have to, get over, because you have responsibilities. Marriage has given me more strength in terms of handling things. And another thing is, marriage taught me the real definition of love. When we are coming up, guys, we thought love is about all these feelings,
Mushy, mushy.
this,
Mushy
all these kind of
feeling.
mushy, mushy feelings, like how I feel about the person and how she feel about me. But marriage goes beyond how we feel. Marriage taught me more about commitment. I got to know deep definition, the meaning of what love really means. It's not just about the kissing, the taking around. It's about getting things done. It's about taking one another along. It's about having issues, resolving issues. It taught me leadership,
Yes.
and managing things. So I think it has just taught me a lot of things. Things that I thought I knew before, but it's like you're not facing the reality of a lot of
Marriage is
things.
reality.
It's reality.
When
It's
you're
not, it's
courting,
not what
it's
you
like
it's not imagination.
It's like prelude. But when you enter, it is the real music. I would say not to worry too much about things. It takes a lot of things in his mind. Yes, I understand. He's the man. He has to be the leader. He's leading a home. And glory be to God. We are blessed with two wonderful children. So he has to think about me, the children, and the people around us too. The community at large. So, but still, I want you to please, for our sake, please, don't worry too much about. He's a perfectionist. You can now imagine people like them, how they want this to be. They want to set this. They want this to be in place and all. So, relax, sir. Please.
I think that is just one of the things you should do as a leader. What I want her to do better, that will be difficult. Because over the years, she has got to understand me. And it seems like I hardly find fault in her, like in anything. I can't remember the last time we had an argument. I can't remember the last time we had issue. So it's difficult for me to say, this is what you should work on and all of that. We've passed through, we've cut edges, and it's now smooth. So it's now difficult. We're talking of over 6 years now.
Yeah.
It's now difficult. The first year we've learned our lesson. The second
6
year
beautiful
we've
years.
been able to smoothen things. And now, so right now at this level, I hardly can say. Like seriously, I hardly can say.
You see, I'm holding his hand because it's a journey of togetherness.
Yeah.
We are one. How do we envision ourselves in few years to come? Better, greater heights. For many of the plans we've put together to have achieved them, and many opportunities that comes our way, to grab it by the hand and do what?
With boldness.
With boldness and achieve it.
Alright, I think one of the ingredients of successful marriage, like we've mentioned before, is you having plans and working together. It's like renewing yourself with, stages of things you're doing. I said earlier that we have aligned purpose and we have a lot of things we want to do. So we are seeing ourselves doing it together. We have visions for 40 years to come. So if Jesus tarried, we have visions for all of those things. We already mapped them and put them down. Helping marriages, helping youth who are coming into marriage, and using our own experience where we think we've missed some things, using that to guide the coming generation. The generation we are in are having serious issue with marriage, especially choosing the right partner and all of that. So we still have a lot of projects on our table that we want to do and how we want to go about it. And by the grace of God, we will achieve them all together.
Amen. I would say keep watching Love and Matters channel because we have a lot of
things
coming.
coming.
A lot of things coming.
A lot of things coming.
It's getting better by the day.
By the day.
Yes. Thank you. I think that's about our marriage so far. It's beyond that. If there's any questions, you will still answer. But for now, let's leave it at that. Thank you. And also, honey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You made the journey so beautiful.